Now, Margaret Keenan, a 90-year-old grandmother, was the first recipient of the COVID-19 vaccine in the UK. Dubbed V-Day, the start of the UK's mass vaccination campaign saw the first jab delivered at 6:30 this morning in a hospital in the city of Coventry. 800,000 doses of the BionTech Pfizer vaccine will be administered in the next few weeks. Firstly, to people over the age of 80 and then to health workers. Neil O'Reilly reports.
In the fight back against the pandemic, this is the most significant blow so far. The rollout of the vaccine across Britain begins with some 800,000 people aged 80 and over. First among them, Margaret Keenan. The UK is one of the countries in Europe hit hardest by the virus. Margaret urged others to follow her lead.
Go for it because it's free and it's the best thing that's ever happened at the moment. So please go for it. That's all I say, you know. If I can do it, well, so can you, you know. This is a terrible, terrible disease, so we do want rid of it, you know, so anything that helps.
After the elderly, health workers will be the next in line for the serum. The Prime Minister welcomed the breakthrough, but sounded a note of caution.
Across the whole of the UK this morning, that is happening in Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales, in England. People are having the vaccine for the first time, and it will gradually make a huge, huge difference. But I stress gradually because, you know, we're not there yet. We haven't defeated this virus yet.
Elsewhere in Europe, preparations are well underway for similar mass immunisation programmes as here in Germany. They'll begin in the coming weeks in several countries, though it'll take many months before entire populations are vaccinated. But a turning point has perhaps been reached. Neil O'Reilly, Euronews.
And still to come on the programme.
I'm Tig Enright in London, where at this hospital some of the world's very first COVID-19 vaccinations have been taking place today.
Tig, tell us a little bit more about what's been happening there where you are. How's the day going? Do we know how many people have already been vaccinated?
Hi, Annalise. Yes, this hospital here in South London is one of around 50 to 60 around the entire country who have been the first to deliver these vaccinations today. We haven't been given exact numbers, but I know that here a woman aged over 80 named Teresa received her first of 2 jabs. She said it was a privilege to be among the first to get it. Also, some local care home workers got vaccinated too. And they're among hundreds who have helped to make history today with the world's first approved delivery of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccination, giving, I suppose, a ray of hope at the end of what has been an absolutely awful year, some light at the end of the tunnel. But of course, it is important to stress, and the Prime Minister Boris Johnson has been stressing, that there is still some more tunnel through which to travel, because of course even Maggie Keenan, who was the first to receive her vaccination at 6:30 this morning in Coventry, her immunisation won't become effective for another 4 weeks. She'll have to get another jab in 3 weeks' time. It'll take a further week for that to actually become effective. And of course, millions more people won't be able to get their first vaccination until the new year. And that means we're in the midst of a winter pandemic now, and we certainly can't relax the new normal of social living, of social gathering restrictions just yet.
And Tig, how do we expect this vaccination program to actually develop over the next few weeks? Because we've seen in particular, how will they manage to these difficulties of transporting this particular jab to those who most need it, for example, in care homes?
Yeah, that's right. Care homes are the particular challenge because their residents and their staff members were supposed to be the top priority group to receive this vaccine. But because of the unique storage requirements of this vaccine, it has to be kept at 70 degrees below zero. It means it's simply not practical to get it to care homes. And of course, only certain patients, only certain residents will be able to actually make the journey to hospital. Now, there are special boxes in which you can transport this vaccine. But here's the thing. They hold 975 doses, and of course many remote facilities like care homes simply don't have 975 people to give them to. And at first the regulation said that you couldn't subdivide those boxes But that has now changed, and the regulators have said that that is possible. And, you know, it is worth stressing, these things are changing all the time with this rollout programme. And I think even people involved in it would admit they're kind of making it up as they go along. In the near term, there's a plan to start sending it to local doctors' clinics, to local pharmacies too. And in the medium term, to set up big vaccination centres in sports facilities and conference centres and the like that simply aren't being used in the way that they normally would right now. But it all depends on when you get the doses. Currently, there are 800,000 doses of the Pfizer vaccine in the country. It's not entirely clear when the next batch will arrive, but we're told there will be more by the end of this year. But the reality is most people won't be getting vaccinated until the early part of next year. And it won't just be the Pfizer jab. Hopefully, it'll be the other two leading potential candidate vaccines, which are poised, we hope, for approval. And they will hopefully help get those numbers will help get the vaccine into more people more quickly. Annalise?
Authorities making it up as they go along. That's reassuring. Thank you very much for that update. Tag in right live for us in London.